Hello, Internet Barbarians. My name is John, and welcome to the show where we embrace our inner scrub and break our hand from punching the screen too hard. Welcome to Let's Fail. This is episode 1 of my Let's Fail Demon's Souls playthrough. If you're new to the series, then you might want to watch the introductory episode 0, where I kind of explain the mechanics of this game and the Nexus here in general. But if you already watched that or are a Souls veteran and have already played Demon's Souls, and you just want to refresh your memory, let's just head into the first level then. Touch the Archstone of the Small King. I will try to make this a little bit more walkthrough-ish and try to get as many items as I remember. But you have to bear with me, I don't remember every single detail. Yeah. One of my favorite intro scenes. Alright, now that we met our dragon friend, you should turn around and run and, yeah. Let's go home, everyone. Of course, here are some goodies hidden. And also you have to bear with me, I do have freeze frames when I'm picking up items. And I'm not entirely sure what causes it. Well, actually, I'm completely clueless what causes it. It's mostly when I pick items or during certain transitions. I tried various things, but nothing seemed to help. There was even an emulator update today, so didn't really make it better. But yeah, it's proper freeze frames. So we be careful while taking out these draglings. As you see, they have a tendency to spaz out. Now there should be one on... yeah, up on the right side and 2 behind these barrier. Or these barriers. Yeah, as I said, you should be careful when fighting these draglings. For a moment I thought he wouldn't spaz out, but he did. Let's deal with this guy. If you hit the enemies during their attack animation, then you can get a little bit more damage in. Come on! Ooh, he already dropped a mail breaker. That's neat, but I don't think we can use it. Maybe we can, maybe not. Yes, we could. It doesn't deal that much damage though, it's still a dagger type weapon. But which does some piercing strikes. Maybe good for backstabs though. 141. Behind the right barrier there's also another guy. Oh, come on. Let's check out how much the club does. If I can get behind him. If he lets me get behind him, come on. Don't be an ass. 126. So yeah, if you plan to do some more backstabbing action, then the mail breaker is a good idea for now. Oh, come on! What the hell? He nearly killed me. So moving up here, there's a crossbowman and 2 more draglings. Just try to stay out of firing range. And be careful with that pit there. There might be shiny stuff or glowy stuff, but that's just to lure you. Down there awaits certain death. So deal with this guy. Come on, backstab. And grab some more half moon grass off the corpse. He also dropped some grass. Some weed, bro. Some real quality weed. In here there are also a few guys, one on the right side, and if the game wants me to let in? It's weird. Ever since the emulator got updated a few weeks ago or something, I'm starting to have these sorts of problems. Whoa! Alright, I almost died to the fire, so don't step into the fire, kids. Well, I sometimes seem to have problems where I'm trying to explain something here! Where I get stuck on certain ledges. I don't know what is up with that, but... Right, here's another guy. Come on, that was a parry. Already chewing on that grass, like eating that grass like they're Smarties. So break this and you get a fire bomb, which is an important item. Behind this corner there are 2 soldiers, and I think they're both coming? Yeah. Maybe get a backstab. But cool, only one got triggered. Parry fail? But at least we get a backstab in. Alright, green fog wall, which means no boss behind it. And there's another soldier up there, but we can ignore him for now. Pick up some soul remains, and back there should be another mail breaker. But since we already got a good drop so early on, we don't need to check it out. Watch out for this guy, he chucks fire bombs. You don't want to be in the blast radius. Come on. So another thing that might be notable is be careful when you have these kind of tight spaces or obstacles in the way of your weapon swing, because you may hit the wall or the obstacle or whatever, and your attack gets blocked by it. And you don't want it to happen. Come on! The mail breaker isn't that bad actually in this sort of tight spaces, since it's a stabbing animation and you don't do these big swings and arches. But the enemies don't have to follow the same rules, or they don't follow the same rules, so they don't get blocked by obstacles and walls. If their weapons swing and there happens to be a wall or something, they just go through it and you get hit anyways. So be careful with that. Some heavy attack in there. Oh, come on, I wanted to heal up! No, wasted all the good grass. What the hell just happened there? Switched all around all of my things. Huh. Thinking it has to do something with my controller. Something with the D-pad ain't right. Yeah, let's just blame the controller here, yep. Or maybe it's that Bluetooth communication thingy. Anyways. I hope you won't have these same sort of troubles. So, deal with these guys. Goodbye. Hope he didn't... Of course! Of course! See the faint glow on him? Yes, of course he had to drop something. Anyway. Back there on the other side, or over there on the other side, is another goodie. But we can't get to it. Not yet. So here's a goodie to find. Some half-moon grass. And there's another goodie down there. You can see, but we cannot go down here. The way is blocked. And if we go up here, there's a guy waiting with a cannonball. That cannonball just came down. Or is it a cannonball? Or is it more a trebuchet ball? It's a big solid ball of balls. Get the camera right here. So, if we examine, we get a bastard sword. Which is actually a decent early on strength weapon if you want to use that kind of two-handed style thing. Let me just show you. We cannot use it in one hand, but if we put a shield on our back, and then we can use it in both hands without any penalty. This is because our strength is still a little bit too low for this bastard sword. But I think in the course of this playthrough I'm going to change that. Let's take out this guy. Careful. That's it for him. We turn around and there's a crossbowman already firing at us. Oh, come on. Try not to get hit. The bastard sword can be good for crowd control if you can get the hits in. I hate these pike guys. Simplest way to deal with them is just to use a shield. And again, it's okay to use a shield. Let's chew on some more weed. And I'm stabbing him to death. And just loot everything here. And alright. We can go over here. And over here. And there's a red-eyed knight. Spooky, scary. So far in the tutorial level, if you watch that episode, which you actually should, you should watch the episode 0. If you did, crush the like button. We saw in the tutorial level already blue-eyed knights, but now here's a red-eyed knight. If you look closely, he has a spear. Red-eyed knights are basically the tougher and meaner variant, and they're especially dangerous with the spear equipped. It's a little bit extra challenge for you if you want to go in here and try to kill this guy, which in this playthrough I'm not going to do. Nah, just kidding, come on, let's kick his ass. He does this charge attack, which you should be careful. And try to get... Ooh, that deals little damage. He waits for my heal and does the charge attack thing. Just hold your shield up. And try to get some backstabs in. Or if your timing is good, do the parry, but... Come on, get away from that wall. Come on, that should have been a backstab. Sometimes it's wonky. And it doesn't do a backstab when you want it to do. Whenever he gets some range between... And I'm dead. I guess I have to get my revenge now. I think I'm doing a cut, and I see you back up there. Alright, I'm back. Well... all my stuff is behind that guy. I guess there is no other way to get to it. Block his attack. No, why did you... It wasn't me. That wasn't me. Let's try to deal with this guy. Heal up. And another backstab. I'm highly concentrated now. Come on. And he's done. Yes. And look at all the souls we got. Yeah. Gives us some full moon grass, which will come in handy. Some real quality wheat there. And we get some lousy souls. Huh. Well, not that lousy, but the reward isn't that thrilling, actually, for the difficulty this guy poses. But here's the door, and we try to open it, but nothing happens. It's locked. So we need to find the key for that door. But this is something for later on in the game. Let's just head back here. Maybe you can make him already out in the distance here, but... Yep. Here's another blue-eyed knight. But since we dealt with the red-eyed knight, this guy isn't really too scary. Can pretty much use the same tactics. Just try to get behind him and get a good backstab in. One note, what I should mention is, what the hell, dude? What the hell was it? Man, these ragdolls. Anyway, what I should mention is, come on. Let's drop here. Man, that totally confused me. Let me recollect for a second. All right. So we just dropped down there, and here's another goodie, light crossbow, which is the stuff we saw from the other side. And what I wanted to mention is backstabs and parries only work with light attacks, so R1. Just gonna throw a firebomb. Ooh, I'm almost dead. Oh boy, I'm taking a lot of damage here in this run. Come on. Alright, since I have already cleared out this tunnel, it's just running up there. And up here. Alright, here's another green fog wall. But we are going to ignore it for now. Because I want to unlock the first shortcut. Grab some more firebombs off of that corpse. We go down here. Just take it slow and wait a second. See these draglings with torches and they get stuck on those barrels. Which I believe they aren't necessarily programmed to attack those barrels, which we just saw are explodey barrels. But I think they are more programmed to walk towards the player. If there's an indestructible object in the way, then they are going to destroy it. In this case, the developers placed explosive barrels there and torch-wielding draglings just to tip us off that, hey, you might want to be careful with those barrels. There are more draglings down there, but for now we are going to exit here, and we see these chain things hanging. And on those chains there are some corpses. And if you just hit the chains, you can release the corpses and get the good loot. All the loot. Now all we have to do is walk down here. And try to take out these draglings, but be careful. Alright, one got stuck. Neat. He's gonna spaz out, is he? Yeah. Man, that fire. Can I change up my weapons a little bit here? Since I can one-shot them with the bastard sword, it's a good idea to use it. Get rid of this one. And grab some more loot. Alright, now we pull on that lever. Or lever. Those tiny gates here open. And we got another important item. The cling ring. Now, what the cling ring does is... We are currently in soul form, right? And we only have 50% of our health left. Now, if we equip the cling ring, we can bump that up another 25%. And let's just read the description. Lose less HP when in soul form. Right. So, now you see we have a little bit more health. So instead of the 50% health penalty we only get a 25% health penalty, which leaves us with 75% health left. Alright, here's an old ragged rope set and some old spice. As I mentioned in the tutorial, spice is basically the same as grass, but only for mana. So that's the way you can regain mana. But sadly, in the set we just got, we cannot wear it because it's female only. We can grab some jade hair ornament, which is also an important item, but for later. There are certain unmarked quests, similar to others from software games, and this hair ornament is a piece of the quest. Now we've unlocked the shortcut, we can head back up to the fog wall. And I'm using something that I call the claw grip, which is where you press on the circle button with your index finger and move the stick with your thumb, as you're supposed to. It's a handy technique. Now we pass the fog wall. And we can see, maybe, a bunch of draglings down there. And there's some dudes standing. If we look here, we have some more explodey barrels and a soldier. If we go there, he will... Yep. He will throw a firebomb. Let him just come. And he kind of gets stuck and tries to throw firebombs. But he will always hit that wall on the arch there. We can safely take him out with the bastard sword. Well, if you manage to get past the wall, let's use our mail breaker here. There he goes. Now I could move in this direction, but I won't, because remember when I was talking about the vault mechanic in the tutorial section, that the Demon Souls remake explains it, well, this game doesn't. Well, here's the vault mechanic for you. On certain spots, on certain maps, you can just vault over. And this one is such a spot. I mean, it only works on this specific spot here. And now we're up here with that guy. But let's loot first this Goodie. Which gives us the Thieves Ring. Which is a pretty good ring to have early on. Become harder for enemies to detect. Which just means... the enemies won't aggro as early as they used to. It can really come in quite handy when you have to run past some enemies or if you just don't feel like fighting. Well, let's talk to the guy.
That was a bold jump. A surprise indeed. Well, now that you are here, pray thee, fend off these dreglings.
Guess we have to jump down there and kill those guys, huh? Let's hope I don't die. Oh shit. That stupid fire. Ugh, barely made it. But we got some weed to chew on, so it's fine. It's fine, everything will be fine. Broken swords. Some more grass. Let's talk to the guy again. Maybe we get something out of it.
My thanks for your brave rescue. I am Ostrava of Boletaria. Accept this as a token of my gratitude.
Whoa! Gee, thanks. What I've always wanted, a brass telescope. Now that we saved Ostrava, buddy, he will start patrolling the area a little bit. But be careful, he can die. Especially when he gets into a fight which he isn't supposed to fight. Like this blue-eyed knight. But we can help him out. Let me just try to get behind him. And this blue-eyed knight can be quite a pain in the ass because he uses a claymore. And also you should be careful with your attacks as not to hit Ostrava, buddy. And you will meet him a lot of more times. And you will also have to rescue him. He's kind of a dummy. He doesn't seem that very skilled or brave or whatever. But with his help, we can clear out this area a little bit. Hey, man.
Now I must go. There is something for me to take care of.
Yeah? Okay. And down here we find some more draglings. Let me just see. Oh boy, I thought it was a dragling. It's just a Strava. We can take these out. But again, now Strava is here and he will join the fight. Oh god, this gets confusing. By the way, during the backstab animation, you are immune to damage, so...
No matter how far I venture, only the soul-starved remain. Is there a single sane person left in Boletaria?
Well, no. Man, this game gives us a lot of mail breakers here. We got some more smithing stones here, which will come in handy soon. Buddy, the stair is up Here, this is how you walk on stairs. Yeah, he ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. We can go over here now. And in here to find a scimitar. So if you like curved swords, here's where you can find one. Can I use it? Or is my dexterity too low? My dexterity is too low. Otherwise I could have used it. Ah, too bad. And that's another reason why Barbarian might not be the best class to start off with. Because you have a rather lower dexterity at the beginning. Ah, should have backstabbed that guy. So we move here and see another few barriers. Strava will now turn around and do his patrol. And there's some more draglings we can take care of. And if you listen closely, you can hear heavy breathing, like Darth Vader. Yeah, that's the blue-eyed and red-eyed knights. So if you hear that breathing, you should know there are the knights. So there must be somewhere a knight, right? Let's take out these draglings here. Oh, come on! Chew on some weed and continue. This, by the way, would be another spot where you could vault over, but then we have to return here and walk in circles. Yeah, not gonna show it to you now. You can explore it for yourself. And there are some dudes up there. And another dragling here. Yeah, the bastard sword also has a little bit more range than the short, dinky, broken sword or mail breaker these draglings are using. We got some crossbowmen from behind, but it's fine. Now these two guys will jump down, and let's just run across. No! Don't get hit by the fire bombs. I don't know what this guy was doing, but yeah, he deserved it. Now we can go here. Maybe sneak up on that halberd guy. And now there's just one guy left on the right side. Take him out. And we have some peace and quiet. We go here now. I mean, you can also just roll through these barriers. Huh, who's that?
Good day to you. Care to look over my wares? Mostly stolen, but who's telling eh?
Yep, it's the Dragling Merchant. We can buy stuff off of him. He sells some weed, some fire bombs, longsword, soldier's shield, which isn't that bad of a shield. It's slightly better than my wooden shield, but it still does not have that 100% damage reduction. We could buy a short spear, or if we really need armor, we can buy some plate armor set. But I'm not going to. Even though I might be able to afford it, at least parts of it. But what I am going to buy is some fire bombs. Yeah, 4 should be enough. And we will need them, believe me.
Thanks for that. Come back soon.
Yeah, maybe I will. What the hell? I guess I mutated now. I'm the plank man. Oh. Never mind. Yeah, with close to 60 FPS, the game sometimes gets a little bit wonky. But nothing game-breaking so far. Hold on a second. Gotta take a sip of my power juice. Yeah, disgusting. Alright, we can grab some more souls here. And a soldier's lotus, which I believe cures poisoning. And there we can see him, the source of the heavy breathing. Let's deal with him. Come on. Ha, gotcha. Rah! Come on, do another rah! I just broke his guard. And he dropped some half moon grass. So the knights pretty much always drop some grass. So if you want to farm some grass, then especially early on, if you want to farm some grass, then this knight, the knight at the fog wall we've seen earlier, and the knight down there where Ostrava was with the claymore. Just walk in circles and reset the level over and over again, and farm yourself some grass if you really are in need. Also, some of the draglings and soldiers will drop grass too. Did the crossbowman drop something? No. Let's continue then. Through this fog wall. And in here, but maybe you can see them, a lot more draglings waiting there. And in the distance, some dragons. If we turn around and look here. Interesting, what? A lot of big balls. If we just smash here. I got big balls. You got big balls. She got big balls. He got big balls. But we have the biggest balls of them all. Yeah, you just release the balls and they crush all the draglings in your way. Now we move over here. And those dragons should tip you off to something. But we will see in a second. First, we have to deal with 2 more pikemen. I'd like to get my shield out for it. Because they can be pretty annoying, especially if they are together. With the mail breaker, I can easily one-shot them with a backstab. And there goes the second one. And then we just continue up here. And got some more soldiers. And uh-oh, what's that noise? Oh, hello there. Come on! And he starts to spit fire onto the bridge, and yeah. Most of those soldiers on the bridge end up toasty. I mean, toasty! He goes for another round, and which we should use to run over here. Now we got some time. Come on, run, 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 run. Now we can loot the dragon's roost. Oh no, he returned. He is on a return trip. Maybe I got time. Yep, got most of the loot. But now I have to return there and, yeah, collect my souls again. I see you in a bit. Alright, I'm back. Now it's pretty much business as usual. Wait for the dragon to come. Wait for him to barbecue the bridge. As soon as he starts spitting fire, run. Now there are some few goodies left. And of course, a whole lot of souls I lost. But thankfully, now there will be a couple more freeze frames. If you just drop down here, we are now out of range of that dragon's tail whip. And we can actually survive the whole thing. Grab some more stuff. And let's check out our loot. So we got a ring of flame resistance, which will come in real handy. A ring of great strength, which raises maximum equipment burn. And I think we also got a purple flame shield. But it has a hefty strength requirement. So not needed for now. Let's get back to those rings. Flame resistance ring. Well, the name says it all. It raises your fire resistance. Ring of great strength. Well, the description says raises maximum equipment burden. What that means is... Let me just find the right... Oops. I want to keep that thieves ring. Alright. I think that's the right screen. In the middle you can see HP, MP, stamina. Directly below stamina you have equipment burden and item burden. Now equipment burden is, well, basically all the equipment you have currently on your character. I.e. your swords, your armor, your shields, whatever. And this tells you how heavy you can go until you start to fat roll or medium roll, which basically means this would be a light roll, slightly slower would be a medium roll, and really, really slow where it feels like why dodging anyway, why bother with it, would be a fat roll. But maybe at a later point in the game. Yes, Dragon, we know you can spit fire. Maybe at a later point in the game, I'll get the chance to show you exactly how that looks like. Item burden, on the other hand, and I've touched upon briefly in the episode 0, our tutorial episode, item burden just means all the items you are currently carrying with you. Alright, now we are back here at the bridge, but the dragon didn't get all of these guys. Now you can try to bait them a little bit out, which I'm going to do. Come on. Dragon is already coming. Yeah. Ah, he's such a good boy. No, 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 bad boy, not me, not me. I guess it's a good idea to return to Roost now and to reset the dragon. Just stand here and wait for him to come. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Finally. Yeah, just to be sure just to make safe and to be sure you want them to return like this. Man, speaking today... I'm not that good of a speaker. I'm still trying here. I'm still learning. And now let's dash across this bridge. Try to grab the loot. Try not to get shot by the crossbowman. Of course I had to fail that. Totally. Go down here and the dragon is already there. Right side, grab some more loot. Let's not forget to chew on some weed in the meantime. Get in here and pull the lever. Let me know in the comments if it's lever or lever. Lever? Lever? And we've opened the gates. And officially the first boss gave us a little sneak peek. Let's take out the crossbowman just for funsies. The sword that deals 0 damage. Yep, just shanked them. And by the way, the dragon doesn't appear after you pull the lever. He just stays at his roost now. So it's also crucial to do this whole item thing before you pull the lever. Left and right are some draglings. One is already coming. Thank you. The other one is here. Let him spaz out and just give him a good smack. Get rid of the clutter. We go here. We find another goodie, some turpentine. Which is actually a really useful item in this first level. And it will be really useful against the first boss. Now let me switch to the shield. Because inside are some more pike guys. And there's another guy throwing fire bombs. I need the protection. Come on. Man, he survived all that. So when you get rid of these guys, you go down the stairs and be careful. There are some more draglings and some weird black blob. Oh boy. It's getting late, but we're almost done with this first level. Take this one out. Yeah, totally failed that dodge. Just try to get behind him, or it. Try to get behind it, because they take a lot more damage from behind. As you can see, they have in front of this sort of shield, which blocks damage and your attacks. There's another black shit stain. But move right here and you find some more souls. And he dropped a shard of heartstone. And there's a third blob on the stairs. See how little damage we deal through his shield. But it's still doable. Got some more half moon grass. Pull this lever. Lever. And we're at the front gate again. Neat. So, white fog wall, it's boss time. But let's heal up first. So, I guess like all bosses, or most of the bosses in this game, this one got also spoiled by the internet. It's Phalanx with his blobs. And let me just switch my equipment here. Now, Phalanx and his blobs, they have a crucial weakness, which is to fire, and the game had a subtle fire theme going on. Fire-spitting dragons, dudes chucking fire bombs, which we got 15 of. Turpentine that we find, exploding barrels, torch-wielding draglings. Yeah, it was all over the place. And yeah, we just equip our turpentine and our fire bombs and use it against the boss. And I guess this is why he's kind of like hidden in this gatehouse. Because he doesn't want to... I call him he, but maybe it's an it. It doesn't want to be exposed to all that fire. Let's just enter. And pick a side, because all of these blobs are kind of scattered around. The more we can get rid of, the easier time we will have. Nah, there's Phalanx already. If he comes close like that, we just start chucking fire bombs at him. Can also use lock on, but it sometimes doesn't hit as much or as many blobs as you would like to. You could also miss the boss. Running low on health. Just get behind a pillar and heal up. It's not a difficult fight. If you just mind your healing and keep chucking fire bombs at it to get as many of the blobs as you can, and of course deal some massive damage to the boss. And I don't think you can directly lock onto the boss. Alright, firebombs ran out. Time for the turpentine, which sets your sword aflame. And now just swing at the boss. As soon as he dies, the remaining of his shit blobs will disappear. And there we go. Our first demon destroyed. Well, our second demon destroyed. But officially, our first demon destroyed. And look, we revived. Let's take a look if any of these blobs dropped something, but doesn't look like it. Now we can touch the Archstone and get a lead demon's soul. Touch it again. And we return to the Nexus.
Welcome back.
Ooh, hello.
The monumental awaits the above. The monumental will explain the nexus to thee.
All right. Back at the Nexus. Now we are supposed to talk with some monumental. But I think I'm gonna wrap it up for now. Tune in next episode when we are going to speak with the monumental and maybe do some equipment runs. And if you like this episode, then go on and crush the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and write down in the comments of how I suck in Souls games. I know. Thanks for watching, everyone. And as always, keep calm and crush your enemies.
Crush your enemies, see them driven before you. Crush, 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 crush your enemies. They hear the lamentation of the women. Crush, 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 crush your enemies. They hear the lamentation of the women.